this is going to be the part of Video Game Club that's going to get a bit annoying. Now, the way I have these consoles set up is that they're not hooked up to the wall or anything right now. In my personal use, when I feel like playing one, I have all the cords ready to go. I just hook it up to my TV and I play. What winds up happening when that's your setup is you have consoles that you haven't turned on in quite some time. So before I show up to Video Game Club next Wednesday, I got to make sure that all these consoles are actually in working order and there's nothing going on that's going to cause me some problems. Now, how this is going to work with Video Game Club is I get there about a half hour before the kids are actually supposed to arrive. Meaning that gives me 30 minutes to set up roughly 6 to 7 video game consoles and make sure that they're up and running. Now, in order to do this, I've got to have a systematic approach. I can't just roll in there with a box of cords and controllers and sort them all out when I get there. Everything's kind of got to be pre-sorted before I even show up to the school. So, for example, down here, the NES has been tested. It's good to go. It's working. What I'm going to do is put all the cords and controllers and everything for the NES in a single separate baggie so that I can just pop it out and get it hooked up as fast as possible and move on to the next thing. That's also a big reason why I decided that I'm going to avoid using Bluetooth controllers whenever possible. Now, I'm going to do fun stuff like I'll hook up this Bluetooth arcade stick. Days where I decide to bring the PS3 in, obviously we're going to need to use the wireless PS3 controllers, and if I'm going to use the Wii, obviously we have to pair the Wii modes. But if I can have all of that set up before I even walk into the room, everything already paired and ready to go, that's going to save me a ton of time. Remember, we're only going to have an hour of gaming time, so I got to make sure I maximize gaming time by not wasting prep time. So I've got about 5 more systems that I need to test out and have ready to go, and then I need to have all this in a nice box ready to go to school. Probably going to be a long Saturday night.